Good morning. So today is the April 14th, 2020. Uh, and I just coughed a little bit, but and I've only coughed a few times a day, but it's a much different kind of cough. I'm not even sure it's from being sick. Um, even the last few days I've felt a little better, um, but it's almost over. I was sick for 5 weekends, over a month. There's only 12 months in a year, and I was sick one of them over that. Never in my life. I never get sick. I've called into work once in 8 years, and that was just a few months ago. Um, and I didn't miss any work this time, only because I couldn't. Um, you know, Another person who works in the office, their wife was in the hospital, very, very sick, and school was canceled and all that. We had a new person that started. I just couldn't. I mean, I'm sure if it would have got any worse, I would have. I don't know how much worse it could have got though. I was in touch with the doctor all the time. The doctor just said practice social distancing, which I did. Nobody else here got sick, so I did a good job. Um, but I should have taken off work. I was sick. Never in my life. Just gasping for air. Never in my life did I experience anything like that ever. Um, if that doesn't make you want to get healthy, nothing ever will. If everything that's going on right now doesn't want to make you healthy, nothing ever will. Um, just wanting to get healthy isn't enough. Got to do it. So that's the plan. That's the plan. I've got apples in the refrigerator. I'm going to eat a couple of those. I've got all kinds of vegetables and all that. I'm going to eat that. Going to eat a good dinner. You know, I'm all over the plant based stuff. Even more and more. Like, I needed any more evidence. I did not. But it's all over the place. If you haven't seen it, you're just in denial. I get that too. I've been in pretty big denial myself. So, oh man, I'm so grateful to feel better. I just can't even tell you how much grateful I am to feel better. And let me just tell you, this experience has changed me. Only a few things. I'm 54, so only a few things in my life has truly changed me, and this is definitely one of them. Just getting healthy and all that, just part of it. That's just part of it. Um, Things that were important before I thought I might die are just not near as important now. Um, for sure, at one point I thought I had COVID-19 for sure. And, but I was in touch with the doctor the whole time, and they kept telling me that I didn't have it, and that and I was very honest with them and told them I was going to work, and they said, "Well, you need to stay away from people." And I did to do that. It's hard to ask 40 other people to come to work and you stay home. I'm a big believer in leading by example. Um, it's a scary time. It's just a scary time, and now the time before the last time I talked to the doctor, I was feeling better, but the time before that, even the doctor was scared for me. She was like, "Hey man, you might really have this," but I never had a fever, so the doctor was starting to get worried. Um, but then, the weekend after that, my mother-in-law was rushed to the hospital and didn't have. Yeah, they tested her and she didn't have it, so that was a big relief. But it really didn't change anything because whatever we had was bad enough, and it actually lasted longer than COVID-19. That's one of the things they told us is that, um, yeah, this lingers longer than that. um, but yeah, the big plan still and has been forever is to get healthy, but it's bigger than that. Here's how I feel. Here's how I feel. And maybe God has slowed everything down for us so we can take a look at what we've been doing. But here's how I feel, that I've been on a wheel. I've been on a hamster wheel, going as fast as I can to keep up with everything. Not just with the Joneses, just everything in general. You know, some people know that Tammy had a pretty big injury a few years ago, and tried to keep working and just couldn't. And then our grandchildren came to live with us. Her mom had a stroke, and she couldn't really work at all, and she had to stop working. So for 2 years now, I've been trying to keep everything going after losing that income. And she's applying for Social Security and all that. But if you've ever done that, that is quite the process. But in the meantime, I've been killing myself trying to keep everything going. And I've done a great job of it. I'm not going to do it anymore. No. Because one thing I've taken this month, because even when I was going to work, I would go home and go to bed, and then, you know, we can't go anywhere or do anything, even since I've been feeling better. And what I noticed then too, staying home and having fun with the kids is enough for me. And we've had more fun in this last weekend. We had just as much fun this weekend than we had on the cruise, for instance. You know, you don't have to go to Jamaica to have fun, you know. And we were just at home, you know. So I'm going to stop spending like this. The millennials might have something going on. You know, you read about them not needing anything or wanting anything and all that. I get it. If we could hug people, I'd go hug a millennial, because I get it. I want to get rid of everything. I want to keep my house and keep a car to come to work, but other than that, I'd rather use that money to have fun, to do stuff, you know, instead of have stuff, do stuff, you know, relax, I don't know, save some of it, some of that, you know, and till this weekend, I didn't even feel good enough to start this process, you know, but this last weekend I actually cut the grass, and I'm feeling better, and I'm going to start all these projects of just downsizing. I've been looking on how to do it financially, the whole 9 yards, because what seemed really important 2 months ago and right now is totally 100% different. Like night compared to day, you know, and it's just not being sick. It's the rest of this. If the rest of this doesn't teach us how fleeting life is how quick it can all just go away, nothing ever will. It's unprecedented. No baseball, no hockey, no basketball tournament, you know, no school, no Six Flags, no nothing, no church, no nothing. You know, can't go anywhere, nothing, you know. You know, it just seems meaningless. That's enough. Just wanted to make a video about how my life is changing. Has a lot to do with getting healthy, but just not physically healthy. And I think maybe that's been my problem a lot, is working on my physical self. And I've been real successful at that at times. But my spiritual self is up and down, and all that, and the mental self, never that great. And I think it's time for a total transformation. And, you know, a lot of that is due to God and stuff like that too. You know, that's a whole nother subject. Enough for now.